The first epistle of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 10. By the example of the Israelites, he shows that we are not to build too much upon favors received, but to avoid their sins and fly from the service of idols and from things offered to idols. For I would not have you ignorant, brethren, that our fathers were all under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and all in Moses were baptized in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual food, and all drank the same spiritual drink, and they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and the rock was Christ. But with most of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the desert. Now these things were done in a figure of us, that we should not covet evil things, as they also coveted. Neither become ye idolaters, as some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them that committed fornication, and there fell in one day 23,000. Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them tempted and perished by the serpent. Neither do you murmur, as some of them murmured and were destroyed by the destroyer. Now all these things happen to them in figure, and they are written for our correction, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore he that thinketh himself to stand, let him take heed lest he fall. Let no temptation take hold on you, but such as is human. And God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that which you are able, but will make also a temptation issue, that you may be able to bear it. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, fly from the service of idols. I speak as to wise men. Judge ye yourselves what I say. The chalice of benediction which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of Christ? And the bread which we break, is it not the partaking of the body of the Lord? For we being many are one bread, one body, all to partake of one bread. Behold, Israel, according to the flesh, are not they that eat of the sacrifices partaker of the altar? What then? Do I say that what is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything, or that the idol is anything but the things which the heathens sacrifice? They sacrifice to devils, and not to gold. And I would not that you should be made partakers with devils. You cannot drink the chalice of the Lord and the chalice of devils. You cannot be partakers of the table of the Lord and of the table of devils. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things do not edify. Let no man seek his own, but that which is another's. Whatsoever is sold, in the shambles eat, asking no question for conscience sake. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. If any of them that believe not, inviting you, and you be willing to go, eat of anything that is set before you, asking no question for conscience sake. But if any man say, this has been sacrificed to idols, do not eat of it, for his sake that told it, and for conscience sake. Conscience, I say, not thy own, but the other's. For why is my liberty judged by another man's conscience? If I partake with thanksgiving, why am I evil spoken of for that for which I give thanks? Therefore, whether you eat or drink of whatsoever else you do, do all to the glory of God. Be without offense to the Jews and to the Gentiles and to the church of God, as I also in all things please all men, not seeking that which is profitable to myself, but to many, that they may be saved.